Hello and welcome. Welcome to part 10 of our Tamiya Panzer tank group build. And in this episode, I'm going to put a few things together. I've sort of jumped the gun a bit, and I've already put this back section on the rear of the turret. I just glued it on a few minutes ago, so it's still fresh. So that's looking good. We got the tracks done in the last video, finally, successfully. And I still haven't done anything with them yet. They're still sitting here. So in this video, I'll be at least undercoating them, getting some paint on them. Now, I've got those on there. What I'm also thinking of that on there, I also want to do is paint the insides of these doors the same white that's inside there. So that's going to look better because they weren't the same color as the outside. So that's going to get fixed up. I'm also going to put the other guard on the rear of the tank here. Or was I? I'm just trying to think because I need to put the tracks back on. Yeah. Oh, yes, of course. Yes, I can do that because this is not attached to here. I'm not putting this on. So yeah, I'll put that on. In fact, may as well do that now, hey. So here's our two guards to go on. Mentioned it before, the reason I took them off was so I could paint these here. It would have been blocking the airbrush being able to get into there if I'd have done them later. So this one, I'm just going to be very careful the way I handle this. There's railings and bits and pieces hanging off. So there's a couple of location points underneath there. So you can't really do this wrongly. That's going to sit like that. I think that's pretty much it. No, it's going to clip on a bit better than that. Let me put my better goggles on so I can see exactly what I'm doing. And that looks like it's in. Just checking there. There we go. It's a nice little click. That's better. That's going to sit down on there. That will probably not snap-in's probably not a good word to use, but literally that's what it's going to do. There it is there. Really beautiful fit, considering I've used paint and everything on this. Alright, so that's test fit. I'm just thinking, should I take that back off? And I don't want to use super glue, I just want to use normal Tamiya cement. And this stuff, I don't want that to go running across my paint job, which it could do. Yeah. I'm going to go with the thicker stuff, just to be safe. Put some of this on. Okay. Just like that. These points here. Actually, the extra thin would be fine on those. They're just location points that don't go through to the other side. That's all I need to do is just touch that and that. Alright, do the other side. Locate those two. That's that. So that's pushed in there. And it's that easy. Perfect again. All right. Touch there. Same again, touch here and here. A little bit on the edge there. All right. It's much better with those guards on, eh? Just leave that for a while. Now, what else was I going to do? Oh, that's right. I was wondering where that came from. First of all, mark these off here. That's now on. In fact, that's all done. All done, all done. All done. I will eventually go over and double check on everything. An idea about we can do this hatchway, which belongs on top of there. Just move that out of the road. Bring this over. Put that back. Still don't know what that is, but that's all right. Find out. I think it's holding some tracks in on the back. Anyway. All right, so let me try and take this tape off that's been sitting here for a long time. And yeah, take that off. There it is. Now I know it's grey, all right, but that's not a problem because that's the underside, so we can't see that. Take that off. Okay, so because this is going to be open, just want to make sure we get the right one on the right side, because there is a difference. Let's find the instructions onto that. Where is it? There it is. Right. So the other one, I think, just get this orientation correct. Yep. So this fella is going to go around that way. It's going to go on there like that. I just need to glue that on there. Yep, it's going to be tricky, but that's where it's got to go. Actually, I'm looking at the B one, which is the one showing it closed. I should be looking at the A one for the Africa. Which is that. Correct. All right. Okay. Simple like that. Yeah, that should be fine. And that's going to fit just like that. That's good. And the other one, go on this side. Double check on that. It's going to sit in there like that. Yep. All right, I'm just going to glue those off camera because I need to get in there. Tiny little, my little holder here, and I'll probably use super glue so it sticks instantly. Locks in position. Yeah, okay, I'll be back in a sec, sorry. Okay, so I've put those on. Before I paint those, I'm still thinking about that. I'm going to go paint the tracks. I'm going to spill these. I'm going to go put the undercoat on the tracks now. So that'll be done. And while I'm at it, there's also tracks that I've left on the sprue here that go on various areas of the tank. I may as well undercoat those as well. And just looking in that particular box, going back to step 20, there's also some more tools and parts that I thought I got everything, but there's more. So again, they'll all need to be undercoated as well. All right. These are the tires, the spare tires, which go on the side of the tank in the little racks there. And then there's all the bits on the inside, tools and things like that, sandbags, jerry cans, the mufflers in there. That all needs going on. But there's obviously more I didn't account for. I'll go through and check to see if there's any more tracks. I think there are that need to be undercoated to go on the outside of the tank. May as well do the whole lot while I'm at it. All right, so I shall return after doing a bit of painting. Okay, back in a sec. Okay, I'm back again. So I painted all those, undercoated the tracks. They're drying by the window. The primer won't take long to dry. Did all the other little tracks. Found a few more that need to go on as well. Now I'm going to paint the inside of these hatches. Some sticky paint brushes here, which are they look about the size I want. Looking at something like that, be nice. Yeah. And this, like the rest of the inside, all I did was used Mr. Hobby Surfacer 1500 white. That's all it is. Just to give me that sort of off-white, nothing too bright, just, you know. So all of this will be done white. I will come back after checking some references, but what I did find is that, you know, it's up in the air. I looked at one reference and they were saying that when they painted these, they would have been closed. So the inside would have been the normal colour, which is German grey underneath. So a lot of people just paint these German grey on the outside. They're definitely not left the tan that they are now. But I'm thinking, well, they could have just done the same thing and closed them and painted them white on the inside too. So I'm going to do them the white. There may be, like, see, they've used the rubber brown for that little area on top of there. Well, I'll probably do that on some of these spots in here too, just to highlight a little bit. But, you know, I mean, when you think about it, you know, if you're out there in the tank, as far as I'm concerned, you're going to be inside there. Those doors are going to be shut while you're in action. So, yeah, I just don't see why that would need to be worried about the colour too much. So I'm not going to put anything like fluorescent in there, of course, but there are some handles in there. There's some levers that may look good in a grey or metallic. So I'll see. But for the moment, I'm happy to do these the white. Yeah, so let's try this. I'm just going to get some water, I think. Yeah, I better go get some water. Small amount, just to soften those bristles. Back in a sec. Okay, here we go. Open these up a little bit. Never brushed this on before, so interesting to see how it comes up. I mean, obviously it's going to be, doesn't have to look perfect. It's a tank, after all. But I am expecting it to take a couple of coats. Let's see how this works out. I'll have to be careful because there are some hinges on there that may be best just to stay on the door. Oh, trying to on the camera, sorry. So it is quite thinned. So it's a little bit, you know, going on a little bit watery. But like I say, a second coat, maybe a third coat will bring it up. Just do it there. There. I was thinking, oh, I might as well do that too. Well, I think it'll probably be the dark rubber in that. Even the artwork on the box shows it all as a tan colour. Okay. One. Do the other door. Fine. Just let that dry. I'm noticing the tan's coming off with the thinners is bringing the tan off. So if I kept going, it'd end up grey anyway because that's the colour underneath. And I'm wondering if I should be using some paint that isn't thinned. Let me just come back and I'll work that out. Okay, I'm back again. And I've finished doing the insides of those doors and the turret, as you can see there. Come up pretty good. So now what I'm going to do is I've gone back to the very beginning. And we're going to put on all the parts that I've got prepared that can go on there. For example, the muffler, which was put together back in step 2 and actually placed on there in step 3. So I'm going to do that now. And as I do this, I'm going to cross off that part, not part, but the step here, so that I know that I don't have to look at these again. They're all completely done. Everything's on there. Okay. So just a matter of going through in detail. So the muffler. Well, first of all, let's get the body of it out here. If we actually turn that upside down, our muffler's got to go under the bottom there. Here's our muffler here. Okay. So, looking at how that goes on, there should be 2 little spots. There they are. There. So it's going to sit in there. Get this right. I need to be looking at it that way, it looks like. And put my glasses on too. Right, so this should simply go in there. Dry fit first. And that's it there. All good. Obviously I have to weather this yet, but that's fine. I'll be able to do that while it's on. Just make sure that's clipping in there like it should. Make sure it's in there properly. Looks like it is. There. All right. Just doesn't seem to be going into the hole properly, into that little notch there. The side. Oh, that went in then. Pretty sure that's in. Ah, there it is. Just slipped in then. Good. And all I gotta do is just glue it from behind with some extra thin. And they'll hold in there nicely. On the inside. Like that. That. That'll be the muffler on. So what I'll do is double checking with the instructions. So that is all definitely done. So we'll do a big X through number 1. It's done. Number 2, I just need to check. I think that was on there, wasn't it? Yes. All right, and the muffler's on. 2 is done. Number 3. Yes, all those parts are in there. Yes, they are. Yep. 3 is completely done. 4 was the gear cases, which is obviously on because we've got the gear wheels on top of them. So that's definitely all done. Number 5 was the wheels on both sides. Done. And these, I remember the hooks. Yes, there they are on each side. They're on. Obviously those are on because the wheels are, the bogies are on. We did that. That's definitely on. Tracks, yes, we did that on the jig for both sides. Done. We got, obviously they're done. Yes. All those wheels are put on. Good. Now, all the tracks in the last video are done. That was step 10. That was done way ago, long time ago. Yes. This is the upper hull put together, is done. This is why I go back and check, because this one here I know is not finished. And it's actually on the upper hull. Where's that? Here we go. That over here. So on the upper hull, there's a machine gun that sits in there. And I saw that in here because we've got it as step 13. So we can put that on now. It's already painted up in the gunmetal. And only goes in one way. If I can pick it up. It's tiny. Let's finish this first. Okay, so that will go pretty much like that. Yeah, that's it. I want to make sure it's pointing straight. Or is it? Maybe we should have it off to the side of it just to be different, hey? And just double checking. Tiny parts to the top, goes into there. That's it. All right. Cement on that. Actually, we'll use this one. Just touch that on there. Push that in there. Straight, yes, it's straight. Easy. All right. 13. Make sure that's all that was on there. Yes, yes, that's all on. Yes, that's all on. 13 is done. Good. Okay. Number 14 was the mud guards. And they are on. It's all good. This part here was, that's all done. B we don't need to do, we're only building A, North Egypt. Number 16 was that mud guard, it was separate, we did that. B we don't do. The vents underneath and all that, and the guards on, which I wrote attach after paint, which I did, so we know that's done. Down to here, attach after paint. 18, so there's that little crankshaft which I've painted up. It should be in our little box here. Which one? There it is there. Labeled step 18. Yes. There's a couple of things here. So we've also got the shovel. Move this aside. Move that away. Tidy up my mess, add to my mess over on my right, which you'll never see. Right, so where to go? There's our crankshaft. We've got them all sitting on here. So there's the crankshaft. There's that's already attached. There's a spade in here. Yes, there's our spade or shovel, depending on what you want to call it. That other piece there, the long one, I'm not too sure what that is. I'll just keep that. That may be for step 17. No. Just making sure. No, that's fine. 19, step 19, go to the page. So maybe that's what that one's for. And yes, it was. We'll get there. So these need to go on the tank. Just move that back over there. So the crankshaft goes, which way do we want to do this? Turn this around this way. All right, so we've got little locating holes here. This should go that way, right there. They're going to go in. Yes. Perfect. check where. I think that's right. I just want to make sure it's going to go in the hole there. Yes. A snug fit. But it's a good fit. Well, there we go. You hear that satisfying little click. She's in. Beautiful. And while we're here, the shovel goes, just checking here. Goes in under there. Another locating pins in there. This would be better to do like this. That's it there. Oh, perfect. That's going to sit there. Yep. Good. That'll go into there. And I think that is everything on step 18 in place. Yes, it is. So, just move that off a bit. Don't need that anymore. Don't need step 18 anymore. Cross that off. Better glue them on. Let's have a quick look at 19. I like this part where things start coming together. Right, so that other long pole that I had, don't tell me I had it on the mat and I've just bumped it somewhere. No, I moved it here. Just, yeah. Yes, that's it. Yep, good. All right, so that will go, where will that go? On the other side. All right, I'm going to put that back. I'm just going to glue these in, turn the tank around, and we'll do the other side. Be back in a sec, I'll grab a coffee. Okay, I'm back. So, oh, I cheated a bit. I already stuck it down, but there it is. There's a crowbar sitting on there. I glued that in spot. And then I went to the next part, which is this little piece, attached part. So this one here will go in here, but this needs a decal, believe it or not. There's a little decal to go on there, number 10. So let's have a look at decals. Okay, number 10 is just a tetra, little thing there on the, don't even know what that is, some sort of little panel, looks like. That needs to go on the top of it, I think. Yeah. Okay. Not a problem, we can do that. I just noticed I've knocked over the little light there. That's what I mean by how you've got to be so careful with these little things. So many parts sticking up. That I will fix up. Let's get this decal off first. This solid surface to work on. Little tile here. Don't want to lose him, I'll put him there. So tackle is there, so we're just going to go like this. That. One decal. And I've already got some water ready. Just pop that in. It's very small, so it won't take long. And just checking the direction where it's got to go. Pretty easy, really. It's just on there. Blue tack back there, I can use that. Put that on like that. Decal's going to go on there. I'm not going to put any mark fit or anything like that on there. It'll be fine. Should be fine. It's all going to get sealed in anyway when it gets a clear coat over everything. This is moving yet. Check. Okay. Excess water off. Still not moving. Certainly good solid little decals, these. Now, as soon as I put this on, then pretty much straight away I can attach it onto here. Just checking. Yeah. That will be the end of step 19 will be done then. There you go, it's starting to move now. Tetra. Now it's on a bit of a curved surface there. Might just grab some mark fit. This is just so it'll soften up properly. Very, very tiny amount. Just to put that over the top. Let it sit properly now. It's much better. Soak up a bit of the excess. It's good. That's perfect. Take that away. Good. Get back on the mark fit. Now obviously I'll trim the bit of sprue off there. Have that on there. This little light on here is moving. That's going to come off. I'm going to have to re-glue that. Do that now. In fact, I'll use a bit of CA glue just to be certain that it ain't going to come off again. That. And make sure that's facing the right way too. Where is it? Find a picture with it already attached would help. It's that way. All right. That. Touch. Sorry if my hand's getting in the way. So I'm going to get one shot getting this on. Make sure it's straight. Really doesn't want to stick. That's good. Yep, that looks good. Just triple check that is facing the right way. Which it is, I think. Yes, it is. Good. Right. Straight. Looks fine. I'm going to give it a touch of bonding where it is, my activator, just because the glue is being a little bit fussy. Tiniest little bit to touch it. And already I can tell that's set. Yeah, that's it. Good stuff that. Oh, I know I've been mentioning it throughout the videos, but this Icky Sticky CA activator, you want something to stick immediately, it's the way to do it. Alright, out of the way. Should be alright. Yep, that's all set down nicely. I'm just going to cut that extra bit of sprue off there. And touch that up. I think it needs to be touched up. Where is that going to sit? Just check the instructions again. There it is. It's going to go like that. So, yeah, just a slight touch of the grey on that. It'll be fine. Let me just organise myself here. Be back in a sec. Okay, it's a bit better. So that's same color as the jerry cans, so that's fine. We'll put that on. Well, it is. It's on there. All I need to do is just touch this under here. That's glued in. Might give it a touch under there as well. Don't do it on the inside. Yeah. Just on camera if I can. That's it. Good. Put it on. So that's everything on there now. Yes, so I can cross that off. Now, step 20 has some of the bits I've got painted, or that I'm in the process of painting, which can't go on yet. Most of this along here. Those are already on, I think, yes. Little handle on the top there, yeah, it's there. So the jack is going on this, but it's painting. Got that painting. So I think we might come back to 20. 22. Maybe I have that. No, I don't. No, that's all getting painted. Okay. The cable, I won't do that just yet. Hold off on that. Yeah, it looks like there's quite a bit of stuff that needs to be me to finish off painting. We could go to step 23 here. There's a few things. So on step 23, we've got these which I've done, and they should be here. Yes. So there's like a big spanner. There's an S-shaped hook in there. There's an axe. There's even a tarp, although that says step 38, so we can hold off that. So yeah, let's have a look at doing this. Right, so the axe will go over there where that crank was, and these right, so I'll grab this here. It's like a big shifter, because it has to go in there, looks like. Just working out where that is. It's a little bit tricky because it doesn't tell you. Oh yes, that's right, that goes like that. All right, so we'll just put a little bit of touch of glue on this. I'm thinking probably the CA glue, still got going here. Just touch that the spot there. 1, 2, just make sure. That's it. That's it. There it is. Sitting in the spot there. Sitting as it should. Extra thing under there. That's it. Good. Spanners in. Next is that strange S-shaped piece. Just got to go on the right way. Sure, that's right. White shouldn't be sticking off the edge there. Let me check this. I'll be back in a sec. Okay, it turns out I painted it upside down, and the part that I didn't left paint unpainted because I thought it was at the bottom is actually at the top. So I've just given it a quick coat of the metallic, and I'll let that dry and we'll put that on. We'll come back and put that on. In the meantime, I'll go check how their undercoat's going on the rest of the parts for the tracks, because we've got our dark iron ready to go for that. All right, I'll be back in a sec. Okay, back again. Didn't realize how long this video is, up to 50 odd minutes now. So what I want to do is show you, I just put the axe on there, sitting on the edge there, looking nice. Now I need to still wait for this to dry, but the next step 24 is putting this box that I built going onto here, and that looks like it fits perfectly in there. Look at that. It actually sits over part of the crowbar, which is supposed to run underneath it, and that's going to sit in there pretty much just like that. So that looks alright, eh? Have a look at that. That one I put decals on earlier. Let's see. So yeah, so I'm going to glue that on. That will, then there's another little tarp, F27, which I think I got painting. So there's a few little pieces I need to finish up painting. And we'll leave that into the next video because this is getting on a bit. So we have done up, doing a check on everything. Step 23 is done. When I put that on, I'll glue that in place there. So that'll be step 24 done. And the tarp will go on there. And we'll take it up where we've left off in the next part, which will be, where are we up to? Gosh, part 11 it'll be. All right, thank you for watching, guys. We're getting closer, at least to the weathering stage. The next video will definitely get the tracks painted up and probably even put on, although a lot of them will be weathered before I put them on the actual body here. So yeah, it's going well. I think so. All right. So yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for watching. Please go visit Hibbo and Jason's channels. Their links are, as usual, are back down in the description. Have a look at their efforts of building the same tank. All turning out to be good results, I'm sure. And please subscribe if you haven't already. Hit that notifications bell so you get notified as the videos come up. Give us the thumbs up and I'll see you all in the next video. Okay, bye for now.